What's going on, guys? It is Ronin Undead for another video. So, I've been wanting to revisit this one, especially since it had a update to its beta. I don't know if that last video I did for this one was at the beginning of its update, but they added a lot of new things. But the big thing is talk about the big news updates for this game. And if you don't know, as somebody who is a huge D&D fan, I'm talking about Baldur's Gate 3. So Baldur's Gate 3 is probably been lingering in its beta form for, I think, pre-COVID. And I'm pretty sure COVID was the reason why it got pretty much put on ice, which is completely understandable. I think a lot of projects, film and video game wise, got thrown onto the back burner pretty much. But it is by far, for a beta, it's outstanding. Graphically, it's beautiful. Mechanic wise, great. They've obviously recently added the last update, and this is in its last updated form until we get the release. So we've got an official release date now. I know, we're all excited for this. It is going to be August 31st. So August 31st is going to be the official launch for Baldur's Gate 3. People are so hyped for this. Also, there has been a huge cinematic story trailer that's been released, which I will do another video reacting to that. Y'all can definitely take a look so we can kind of pull what we can from what we're going to be expecting, because it's a lot. So I'm really super hyped about that. And then yeah, so it's going to be August 31st. The other big things, so yeah, let's get into that as well. So they've now laid out what is the going to pretty much be the collectors in deluxe edition. So there's going to be, obviously there's going to be three things. You got your deluxe, you have your base game obviously, and then your deluxe, and then your collector's edition. So real quick, before we get into playing anything, we're going to go over real quick the collectors and what is expected in the deluxe edition, which I'm going to let y'all know now, the collector's edition, I haven't seen a collector's edition cost this much in a hot minute. Like, this is a pretty big physical collector's edition. Usually they're like 100, 200 maybe. This thing is a whopping 260. Just let everyone know. But there is a lot that comes in it. I definitely think it's of its value. I definitely think it is. But it is a whopping 260. Other than that, this is really big news too. I think Larian Studios is doing this primarily to say thank you to all of you who've bought the game and have been playing the beta since. Pretty much the people who have the game right now, who bought the game, that's pretty much a pre-order. Like, they pre-ordered the game. It's weird because of the circumstances. So if you have the game, or you will get, if you only got the base version of it, you will automatically get the deluxe edition. So they're going to bump all the base pre-order, pretty much, the beta players. Y'all are all going to get bumped up to the deluxe edition for free. And I think it's primarily because Larian Studios is trying to say thank you for everyone being supportive and sticking through them. And to be fair, in a time frame where video games have, the way studios have been with these releases of these games and stuff, I think Larian Studios has definitely gone beyond, far and beyond, with being transparent with its gamers. which I think is huge, and I think it's kind of refreshing, and I think that's the reason why a lot of people are holding a lot of respect to Larian Studios, because they've been transparent. They've been keeping us updated. They've been keeping it like, hey, we're doing this. This is what to expect, and they've pretty much they've been there, pretty much, kind of like we don't feel so much in the dark. I mean, obviously they leave a little mystery to some things. Of course, you got to, but I think they do a really good job with that. And the fact that the beta is pretty well put together. I mean, it's pretty well, and I think they've also, I think they've learned the mistake from other studios as well, is not rushing a project. Even though, like, obviously COVID slowed everything down, coming back from COVID, it doesn't seem like they wanted to rush it, though they had that setback. And that's a huge hit on that studio, to take their time. I mean, to especially take the time that they did. So to now finally see this thing come to fruition is huge. And I have a pretty good feeling for how much time they've spent on this thing and trying to perfect every single aspect of this game, because I think they know, one, Baldur's Gate is like a huge, like, franchise to, like, a lot of the older generation gamers. And then also, I mean, you're talking about the D&D community too. I mean, that's a big community, especially nowadays. D&D is way more popular nowadays than it was back then. I mean, because back in the 90s and 80s, you had the whole satanic scare. So people thought people who played D&D were satanic worshipers, which, to be fair, the textbooks didn't help. They looked kind of occultish, I guess is the word to use. But I think it's super cool to see nowadays. I think what helped too is, like, content from, like, Dimension 20 or Critical Role, or even a shout out to Rooster Teeth with their Stinky Dragon podcast. I mean, when those, especially Critical Role, which I think brought D&D to a whole new level of, like, bringing people in, and then moving to the 5th edition, which was a lot more, like I said, digestible for people who've never played D&D before. Because let's be real, for all my 3.5 players, we all know I love 3.5, but 3.5 is kind of, it's not as hard. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot to learn and understand. Like, just even the character sheet in the beginning of trying to create a character is just too much. But yeah, I think that's why, like, the popularity of D&D has gotten so high. So I think a lot of pressure kind of is set on Larian Studios. So I think that's the reason why they wanted to take their time. So I'm excited to see the final product. So that's going to be dope. But like I said, if you have the game already, or if you pre-order it, you will be getting, it will automatically be the deluxe edition. That's kind of the reason why, if you go to their website, you can only buy either the just, like, base or the collector's edition. I think that's you can only pre-order the base game, because it's gonna automatically be the deluxe, which is really cool. It's sitting at $70, which what you're getting out, that's pretty good. Now the collector's edition with a whopping $260. Let's go over that. So I wanted to talk about this. This is a huge thing. So they announced that this is the collector's edition. So the physical things you'll be getting. So you're gonna get 32 stickers, which is, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's definitely probably at the bottom of, like, the list of things that people want. I mean, I think the stickers look cool, but I mean, yeah, let's talk about the rest of it, which is actually the $260. So you get the 160-page art book, which pretty much gives you the the art concepts and everything that was pretty much put into the game and whatnot, down to the uh, character designs. From like obviously right here it shows the devils and their pretty much character model and everything. This is really cool. As a person who really likes seeing that kind of stuff, I like that a lot. But it's not for everyone, obviously. The digital content is pretty much what's going to be in the, I believe. So I think this is like the soundtrack. So you'll get yeah, it's a soundtrack and stuff like that. Cause I think you'll get a digital art book as well too. Like the digital version. Obviously the code for the game itself. Cause I think nowadays, when you get collectors, even though they're collector's editions are usually like these physical things, like these physical packages, they're not coming with physical copies anymore. I think they're just giving the digital code, because I mean that's the time now, is like people like digital downloads of the games now. I think physical copies are slowly kind of phasing out. This is a game certificate. I think this is pretty much like authenticity. I can't really say that word, but you know what I mean. Because usually a lot of times these collector's editions usually come with that. This is probably the biggest part of these $260 collector's edition is the diorama. It is a Mind Flayer versus a Drow battle. 25 centimeters. So it's a pretty decent sized diorama. It looks sick. I mean, I love it. The collector's box right here, which looks pretty sick actually. Then you get the character sheets for all of the main characters, pretty much. The main characters that you can choose to play if you don't choose to do a customizable one. But we all know we want to create our own characters because we're cool like that. But this is cool though. You pretty much get their character sheets for those characters. Tadpole keychain, which is dope. For my Magic card users, y'all already know they had the Baldur's Gate set a while back. Well, you get 3 booster packs from that set, obviously for Baldur's Gate, which is really cool. I think that's actually kind of dope. You can probably get some really good cards. Baldur's Gate was the better D&D set. There was Forgotten Realms, but Baldur's Gate was the better Magic card set, in my opinion. I mean, because you had cards like the Ancient Copper Dragon, which I think it still holds value too. That's a really good card. You get an oversized metal D20, which that's dope. Probably don't recommend using it in a session, but I mean, do what you do. And then you get a cloth map of Faerun, which I think is really dope, and that's really sick. I actually like that a lot. That is really cool. But yeah, it's a whopping $260. So yeah. On top of this, the digital, so pretty much what you will be getting out of the digital content included. So this is really cool because this gave us a little bit of an insight. So the dice that you see rolled in the game apparently will have skins. So we will actually be able to change it and give it cosmetics. That's actually really dope because we're getting the collector's edition will have their exclusive skin for their dice. And then also, I think this is for the digital one or the deluxe one too. Each platform is going to get their own dice skin. So the PC is going to be unique, and then PlayStation 5, which if you don't know, it is only for those 2 platforms. I do not know if they will ever plan on pushing it to Xbox. From my understanding, I don't think so. So I do apologize. Then there's a lot of Divinity references. So the Divinity Bard song pack, which I think is really cool. So what I'm taking from that is like bards will be able to actually change the songs they play. Like they can swap out song packs, I guess. So when they do things or they perform, their music is going to change. Like they can, I think that's kind of dope. So I guess the music is pretty much like a cosmetic for the bards. Uh, Mask of the Shapeshifter, Cape of the Red Prince. These are all references to Divinity 2. These seem to be cosmetics that we will be able to you can put in Baldur's Gate, which is kind of cool and dope. Adventure pouch, I think is cool. It's pretty much like a starter, like supplies. Do I think we need it? I don't know, because I don't know how much Act 1 is going to change. I do know that they said that the experience of playing through Act 1 is going to be different. So I don't know what that entirely means. Is it going to be harder? Is it going to be different? We don't know. We won't find out until literally the full release. Which, if you have this, I think it's, yeah, if you have the deluxe and also the collectors, we will all have a 72-hour early access to Act 1 and only Act 1. So the game is going to obviously, from my understanding, I think everything is going to be reset. I think all saved games, I think, are going to be gone. And then you pretty much start over. So I don't know. It gives me the impression that Act 1 might be different. But we'll see. Obviously the digital soundtrack, art book, and character sheets and stuff like that. Yeah, one unique dice exclusive to each platform. That's in reference to that. So that's actually going to be kind of dope. There it is, $259.99 for the PS5 and the PC, and then you have your base digital version, the digital download, which is like $70. But obviously, if you pre-order this, it's going to be the deluxe. That's the reason why they don't have a deluxe choice, is because it's just going to automatically. Now, I imagine there will be a deluxe choice after, maybe? I don't know, maybe. After it's released? Maybe. I don't know how that works. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm actually super hyped for this. This is going to be so dope. Now, rumor has it is that it is going to be, what they're guesstimating, it's going to be about 100 plus hours of gameplay, and that's with side missions and everything. So this is going to be a hefty game. They did release the requirements. The requirements are not too hefty, but they are, yeah. If your PC is probably not built for it, I'll have to see if I can pull the screenshot for what the requirements were, and then I'll probably post it on Twitter and like Instagram and stuff like that. So if you're not following me on it, go follow me on there, and you should see me post it eventually. It'll show the requirements and whatnot. Safe bet is to just get it for PS5 if you already have a PS5. But other than that, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's, I mean, I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm stoked for this to be released already. But yeah, I'll do the reaction to the trailer, cuz like the trailer holds so much into it. They did announce some voice actors, 2 big ones. First one they announced was J.K. Simmons. If you don't know who he was, he's the one who plays James Jameson in the Spider-Man movies. Did I say Jameson? In the Spider-Man movies. So That's actually really huge. But for us D&D people, we're more excited about this. Matt Mercer is going to be voicing Mince. So that is super exciting. The man himself is going to be voicing Mince. J.K. Simmons is apparently voicing the antagonist. So the main antagonist, from my understanding, which is dope. So they pulled some pretty big name. Seems like they got some pretty started voice actors in this. So, oh yeah, that's the other thing. So the game is the reason also why that contributes to it being 100 plus hours. The game will be a whopping 150 gigabytes. Um, so it's going to be a pretty decent sized game. Just heads up and kind of prepare y'all. So if y'all need to make space, yeah, it's going to be a 150 when the full game releases, which that's kind of huge. But it makes sense because how big this is going to be. Like, this is not just a linear story campaign game. It's a whole D&D session. It can go so many different ways. You have choices. It's an actual D&D session. So the world has to be vast. And the story and campaign has to be somewhat vast as well. So it's going to be dope. I'm excited. But yeah, that's pretty much all. That's pretty much the new updates or pretty much the recent announcements for Baldur's Gate 3. I'm excited for it, and I hope y'all are too. I'm sorry that took like almost 20 minutes to kind of go over, but let's get into some actual gameplay. So I'm going to start over a new session so y'all can see how some of this kind of works, or especially the more recent, because they added a lot of things. Because now we can go up to level 5, which is huge. And obviously they added paladins, which is my class. I love paladins. Druids are also, like, Druid was like my first, I think, yeah, Druid was my first character I've ever made in D&D. Let's change the name. Uther. As the name of King Arthur's father. Gotta choose. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna make sense for a paladin to be an acolyte. We're gonna make him human. Just cause. I mean, obviously, if you're gonna be that kind of like meta gamer, I guess, and you want to play paladin, tiefling as of right now is probably your best one, just because they get a bonus to, I think they get a bonus 2 to charisma. Yeah, they get a bonus +2 to charisma, and a +1. I did not know that. That's dope. Asmodeus, Mephisto, Zariel. Yeah. I haven't made a tiefling. I want to make one. I want to make a drow too. That would actually be kind of sick. Saladurine. Oof. Yeah, that's gonna be actually kind of dope. What do all they get? Superior dark vision, which makes sense why they would. They get charisma too, and dexterity. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about, if I do a rogue, I'm probably gonna do a drow, because it obviously, yeah. Yeah, but we're gonna stick with human. Human. Alright. Oh wait. Yeah, we just did that.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals.
Hells, something just woke up down here.
Be wary.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
Lord Farquaad. That hairstyle made me think of that. I will say this though, this game has, this is a weird thing to take notice, but this like has a very impressive it has a very impressive hair texture graphically, because even like with a lot of these newer games with these higher graphics, hair just always looks weird. This one's not bad. Dude, they have every fucking hairstyle under the sun. And this is the beta version too. I don't know if they'll add to this. They probably will too. Actually, now thinking about it. So I don't know what up. Oh. Yes. Oh man. That'd be hilarious. Oh, that is hilarious. That makes me think of a character. I can't think of it, but I think they got rid of one of the presets. That is unusual. Yeah, I think they did. Screw it, we'll go with that. D&D paladin. Yeah, and so far as of right now, there's only Oath of the Ancients, Oath of Devotion, and then of course you have Oathbreaker, which you can't choose Oathbreaker out the gate. You kind of have to obviously hit the requirements to become an Oathbreaker, which makes complete sense. Even though in D&D, technically, like, I mean, up to the DM, but like a lot of DMs allow you to kind of just be an Oathbreaker out the gate. This one, you kind of have to make it happen. Which I know that's one thing that people are kind of on ends, because I've seen a lot of comments about it. Is for the paladin, is that some people feel like it's a little too easy to break your oath. I think that's only true under it's easier to break your oath under the devotion, which pretty much means if you just go against your word, period. So if you go against your word, period, you will break your oath. Which, if you're not paying attention, especially to the dialogue, that is easily done. Yeah, if you're not paying attention to your choices and whatnot, you can definitely. Oath of Ancients, I am almost sure it is very hard. Or I wouldn't say it's very hard, but it's not as easy. You have to. You almost feel like you have to deliberately seek it, like, because you're pretty much like if a druid was a paladin, because you're pretty much, it's based off of nature. So I guess if you like attacked like an innocent animal or something like that, it would. But I guess some people felt like it was just too easy. Yeah, maybe. I think it's just people just need to realize, like, being a paladin is not easy. Like, I think a lot of people too who've played D&D, I feel like who've played paladins, they may have had DMs that have coddled them a little bit. Especially when it comes to like their oaths. Because like the thing is if you go against your oath or something, yeah, like that's a big, huge thing. I don't know. The DMs I've come across, I guess they kind of don't keep track of that with a paladin. But I mean, if you're a player and you're playing a paladin, you should be very self-aware or conscious to. You need to be, at least, because those guidelines and rules, like that's what it kind of helps you play the character, really, too. And kind of just immerse yourself into like what would a guy in this shoes like be like. It will help you not break the thing, but yeah. But yeah. This is gonna be dope. Holy Rebuke. That is actually pretty sick. Sadly, there is no Oath of Vengeance. I know, guys. There is no word of Oath of Vengeance even coming on the full release, too. Maybe later on in a future DLC or something, but so far from what we understand, Oath of Vengeance is... And if anybody who doesn't know anything about D&D, Oath of Vengeance is a pretty busted oath, or it's a pretty busted subclass of Paladin. I think your like final thing that you get, I think like at 15th level, is like you actually become a Angel of Vengeance. For a moment, like it's busted. It's very busted. It's probably why it was not considered, or it wasn't implemented. But I mean they have Oathbreaker, so I mean Oathbreaker is pretty nasty if you're willing to dance on the moral line. Which I'll for the sake of it, I'll show y'all how to do it. I'm sorry, I'm going into so much stuff about this. I'm geeking out. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all, your boy is such a nerd. Like, I love this stuff so much. Insight, intimidation. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want. As a paladin, I want insight, intimidation, persuasion, and religion. That covers pretty much what I want right there. That's what right there. That's perfect right there. Abilities. Okay, so this is interesting. So I don't know if I like. Okay, never mind. It's it's structured differently. Okay, cool. I think it's because I was looking at it when it was still under the barbarian. Trying to see. I don't like that -1. That's what bothers me. So I could definitely, since this was already +0, and wisdom doesn't really actually go to anything. I mean, I already get a proficiency, so I kind of want to at least make that a 0 at least. I don't plan on increasing dexterity, so oh yeah, because it's gonna need 2 points to get that above. That's fair. Ah, okay. I guess it'll just stay in dexterity, I guess. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's pretty much where I want it to be. Yeah, I don't want intelligence being a -1. Because intelligence goes to so many fucking, like, knowledge checks. And, like, even though I get a proficiency to religion, it technically would only give me a +1 just because of that intelligence -1. So it's always good to make your stats at least zeroed out. Try to, yeah. I mean, that's a good when you're using the point buy system. It's literally the best way to do it.
Who do you dream of at night?
I don't know. Let's do this. Makes sense for her to be human, I guess. Yeah, fuck it.
Where are you?
Yeah, and another thing too is like, and the way they kind of use this character against you, I don't know, it makes you question a lot of things because it's like, I don't know. We will have to wait literally until the game comes out because it's going to be interesting to see where. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how the story plays out. Ikithraki. Those look like they could be young adults. Not juvenile, but I think those are young adult red dragons. So for people who don't know, red dragons in D&D are I think they're the biggest dragon type. Yeah. Like, they're big. Right in the middle of a war, too. Yeah, that's another thing about. So in the universe of D&D, in the nine hells, there's been an ongoing war between the demons and devils. Yeah, they're two separate things. Devils and demons are two different things in D&D, and they've been fighting each other. Obviously, Asmodeus is the one behind the devils, and then I don't know who leads the demons, but there's like main leaders to the devils. Mostly are fallen.
Someone else got out.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Hey. Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to see what kind of dice we can get.
The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Odd. I feel better. Devil kid. Am I in the hells?
That's also one thing I really like, is that you can rotate. That is like super, in games like this that are built this way, it's actually really cool.
Path lies before.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return! They return. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
Hmm. Yup. I will say this too, guys. Druids, busted. Warlocks, busted. Wizards, yeah, of course. Trying to think, is there a class that kind of falls short? So far from what I've played, none of the classes seem to fall short. Actually, a lot of them are all really good and fucking set. Like they're all have their own powerful thing. Druids are really dope because they give you two options, the two best ones really, Circle of the Land and Circle of the Moon. Pretty much, do you want to be heavy spellcasting or do you want to be wild shaping all the time? Which I think is good. Yeah, those are good base choices. I don't know if we're going to get any other circles. See, that's the other thing is about that's probably the biggest question being asked right now is the subclasses. Are there going to be, because we have like the bare minimum subclasses right now. So, because like for instance, there's only 2 schools of magic under the wizard right now. Obviously, I don't know if they're gonna just like. I'm assuming they're gonna open all the schools of magic because that makes the most sense. Because it's gonna be weird if they don't.
This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh, my head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. Imps block the path forward. You will assist me in destroying them. We must reach the helm before we transform. We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
I've played this a couple times. She talks to the paladin kind of differently, which is weird.
First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane.
Yes, yes, I understand how this works.
Vlaakith guide me.
Divine sense. Da, da, da. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember like a lot of these. What is my AC right now? Oh, that is not who I wanted to do, but okay, that works too, I guess. She had to roll low.
Fight. Let's go.
I'm telling y'all right now, Paladin, like, I haven't tried Barbarian. I imagine Barbarian probably, obviously, because it's Barbarian, it hits really hard. But Paladin, honestly, Paladin is pretty OP out of most of the classes I've seen. Like, you do stupid damage, especially when you get Smite. Bro, that stuff is just dumb. Nice. Yeah, what is my AC right now? Because I have a shield, so I should have a decent ass AC. Where is like always 17? Oh, damn girl, that AC though. Hers is 16. That's not bad either. Especially starting out, that is definitely not bad. Yeah, no wonder these guys keep missing. I was wondering about that. Did it like walk into the fire? Oh, okay. Honestly, if y'all play this, in this first part right here, honestly, pick the fights. The XP is gonna go a long way. I'm letting y'all know that now.
Watch the horns!
Best be on my way.
So many teeth!
So many teeth.
I'll lend a hand, won't you, love? There's a rat in the kitchen. 10 red rats. And they're flying an egg.
He on that good.
The mind flayers have already enthralled him. Leave him, or we will share his fate.
Oh, damn it. Ooh, critical miss. Okay. He had to dash for that? Really? Kinda shocked. Hey, we're a paladin, dog. We one-shot evil shit all the time. Yeah, paladin is my, I think, out of all my classes, paladin is my all-time favorite class. It's usually my go-to. I do want to start playing I want to play a barbarian though, at some point though. I think I've played a barbarian, but I don't know. I feel like barbarian is really underappreciated. Miss. That AC is no joke. That I will say that's the thing that really like people like Paladin starting off in this game at level 1 already at an AC of 17. It's kind of ridiculous. Like you're already kind of early on, stuff is going to have such a hard time hitting you. Cuz having an AC of 17 is good. It's very, very good.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Dog, you say that, but you haven't been hit, dog. You best believe I'm picking a fight with these.
To the helm. You are needed to survive. It is corrupted. It endangers us.
we're gonna give the hamstring to that. And he failed. Perfect. That hamstring shot is is clutch. Because that hampers the movement. Those dudes, they got range on their movement. He was able to... Oh, because it's a bonus action. Yeah, I guess that's fair. But I guess he couldn't for whatever reason. Ooh, he's a nimble dude. Touche. Yeah, I'm gonna have to smack that. Homeboy really just tried to fucking... Actually, you know what? Miss. Damn. Backbreaker. Hey, yo, what? Hey, yo. What is my strength at? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. I completely forgot my strength was at 16. Oh, no. I just straight yeeted that dude off the ship. Oh, man. You know what? So, if you don't know, the way that works is I roll a strength roll to push, and then they have to roll a counter strength against me to either hold their position or not be thrown back. Obviously, within this game mechanism, it's not going to show that roll. It's just going to just auto-calculate it for us. I must have either rolled high and he must have rolled low for him to get yeeted that far off. That is hilarious. Oh, he hit me? Oh, damn. Those intellect devourers do so much damage. I'm not a huge fan of them. No, I don't want you to hit me. I need you to hit that. There we go. Yeah, let's use a potion. I kind of don't want to use my lay on hands. And plus, on top of that, it's like 4 healing. Which is not bad. I mean, it's level 1. It's what you expect. But... I mean, I get 3 charges of it, technically. Right? Yes, okay, yeah, I get 3 charges. So, technically, I get, 12? Yeah, 12 healing.
Back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
Machine made them hostile.
I could go.
That dude did 1 damage to me. Shall we do it again? Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay. That was just a normal shove. Ooh, he nimble. Oh, we got spellcasters over here. Oh, I made my save. Damn, dog. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to like make this difficult when you have two martial characters, especially paladin, man. And like the recommended stats that they give you, they're not bad. Like honestly, I just don't like, me personally, I don't like having a stat that's -1, especially when it's intelligence. Yeah, it's not necessary. Intelligence hurts you just because of the knowledge rolls, and you just don't want to chance that. So.
We have no time for stragglers.
I need to get out of here. Look.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
Damn, we all rolled below 13 on initiative? Gross. So not happy with that. Homeboy rolled, he had a 13 initiative and he got to go first. That's totally not concerning.
Survival is all that matters.
Oof. Big oof, dog. Hell yeah. So you can technically release this chick and she's going to automatically turn into a mind flayer if you want to try to fucking like farm XP.
A key.
Kind of don't recommend it because like the stats on a mind flayer when it first comes out is stupid. This one, it won't be, is not bad per se. It's just, it is a difficult fight for being level 1. I will warn you. Honestly, it's not worth it.
Rune. But for what?
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life.
Oh, we're just doing guesswork, dog. We have 0. Hey, it's better than that -1 we would have had. I mean, we would have made that, but still. Because it would be exactly what we
Pulsing
needed.
glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod. Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. Parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
It's always interesting that they do this because it's obviously
Feel
DC
the
is 0,
biomechanical brain of the console process your command
which is funny
and yield to
because technically I guess you could fail this if you had a -1 or -2 and that should, and you rolled a 1. So I don't know. if you ever what happens if you fail the Illithad rolls, but
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a Gith with you.
You keep dangerous company. Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship
Oof.
and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment. It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Very well. Here goes nothing.
now I will say this though.
We are nearing the helm.
When you get to the
Once
helm
inside,
area,
do as I say.
I do recommend
you in charge.
taking down that
I'll
devil
trust my
because of the
judgment.
great sword that he wields.
King Yank.
Pretty worth it. Just FYI. Especially if you're going to be like a paladin or something like that. That great sword will go a long way. It just sucks that you don't have smite, because it probably would have helped like a lot.
Connects the nerves of the transformer. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Okay.
Got to press on.
This is a cantrip, so this will. I wonder what her DC is, because I've noticed, like, having her, a lot of creatures make their saves against her. And I'm wondering if it's just because of her. What is her stats? Wisdom is her supposed to be her strong set. It's 16. That's really weird. I don't know. It's interesting is all I have to say.
We need to get out of here. Now. What now? You picked the wrong fight, friend.
We're just out here one shot and shit. Damn, homeboy did damage to me. Actually, you know what? Yeah.
On the move.
Miss. Into him. Are you serious?
Let my name be known.
Cool.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
missed. Big oof.
I will ascend.
Oh, she critted on that one.
No time to waste.
Never a dull moment.
Damn.
Leave him to me. Activate the transponder. Let these intruders open.
Ignore the
The
devil.
furnace is
We
ours.
must take the transponder.
There it is.
Got to move. I will ascend.
I did 1 damage. That's super funny. Oh.
Come on, can't stay idle.
Orsario will have your head.
Ooh, he failed that. I could see.
Victory awaits. On the move.
No choice but to keep going.
Ah, damn.
Throw their corpses in the sticks.
Yeah, he's failing those saves.
I won't give in.
Damn. Yeah, because that guy is just like locked in on that mind flayer. He literally just ignores me half the time. Because if he didn't, he'd one-shot me right now.
Swift and lethal.
So much for peace.
What? And I had an advantage on that. That's crazy. What is his AC? It's 18. Fiendish Blessing. Oh, really? That is actually super interesting. I did not know. What is Fiendish Blessing? I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's interesting. Because currently right now, because of my Divine Sense, I have a...
Let these intruders open. The furnace is ours.
Ooh, okay, hold on. Fuck, she can't heal right now. That's a good roll. Shit.
Stop the intruders. They must not escape.
Vlaakith, guide me.
Oh, you can't pick up his weapon? So that was a big waste of my time. No. Fuck. Yeah, it's not letting me look at the bodies for some reason. That's weird. Why is that? So they must have changed in the update where I guess you can't get the sword anymore, which is interesting. Yeah, you can't. Like, you can't, like... That's so fucking...
The helm's alien transponder. You
God,
made it
that's
inside.
so upsetting, man. Damn. Yeah, that's so upsetting. Yeah, because that sword is really really good. I wonder if it's maybe it's bugged. It might have been bugged right there. Oh God, that's so upsetting though. Damn. Because that honestly that sword, because you get an additional fire damage on top of it, which was a decent amount of fire damage, bait in the melee attack. Then on top of that, if you give it to a paladin, the paladin swings with like smite. The amount of damage is just ridiculous. I think I one-shotted a troll. A drow. Yeah, so if you're able to kill that commander, that devil, this moment right here, you are ready to level up. Because if you don't, then it just takes a little bit more to level up. But yeah, yeah. See, now we have Divine Smite. Let's see. Some new spells. That's a huge one too. Jesus. Shield of Faith on top of me, that's just, yeah. Points each turn for 10 turns. Oh, wow. That's actually kind of busted. I'm not even gonna lie. Heroism is 5 temporary hit points. That's one thing I need to do. I need to play more 5e because there's a lot of more like spells and stuff like that, and like they obviously kind of reconfigured how some of these spells work and stuff. And I kind of like what they did. So that, yeah, that's sick. Divine Favor. An additional 1d4. Yeah, it's like one of the things is like with a paladin, you kind of you can heavily stack damage on a one hit. Okay, so you gain +1 to armor class while wearing armor. Cool. Yeah, the issue with protection is like it's so situational. It's kind of, yeah. That one's a little tricky. Great weapon fighting is actually not bad at all. Dueling, I don't know if it counts if you have a shield in the other hand. It's actually kind of hard to determine there. I might just get the defense. An additional +1 to you, that's hard to ignore. I mean, I was already sitting at 17. Now I'm walking around at 18 AC. And just wait till if I get more. Granted, a lot of it's probably from the shield too. Okay, so we have Cure Wounds. Yes, we definitely want Cure Wounds. Let's take off that Command Bless. Do we want the Frightening? That Thunderous Smite is actually pretty... Yeah, let's do Thunderous, because one, it's more damage, it's 2d6, but then on top of that, it puts them prone if they survive. I mean, that's pretty nasty. I really want Command, though. Fucking had to make my fucking AC 20. Well, Homegirl has Shield of Faith, so I guess if I wanted to have my AC at 20, God, I would not be able to get hit. They literally would have to either get a nat 20, or, I mean, depending on what their attack bonus is or spell casting bonus, to be able to hit me, yeah, that'd just be dumb. Yeah, because on top of that, I have lay on hands. That should be good. Oh, wait, no. That's not what I wanted. Did it just reset everything? Let's drop Bless and then throw Heroism. Because Heroism is good. That is solid. So technically I have 3 modes of healing, technically. Or at least bolstering. And that's Heroism, Cure Wounds, and obviously Lay on Hands. I'm already pretty fucking... Like, out the gate. Like, that's level 2 and I'm already... We're at 20 HP, too. That's hilarious.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way. A long way to
Alright, let's level her up. So she has Turn Undead. She is a cleric. That's already right there. If you're looking at a party of just 2 characters, a cleric and a paladin together, that is dangerous. That is a very, like, even if they are just level 2, like, a lot can be done with just a cleric and a paladin. Clerics are kind of powerful, though. You can't even say people sleep on them either, because people know it. I don't know about in 5e, but I know in like 3.5, wizards were pretty busted just because of the extent of what they could do. Is pretty crazy. I think sorcerers got a lot of love in 5e. Cause sorcerers weren't that. I don't know. Sorcerers weren't too great in 3.5 actually. Warlocks were really nasty, but warlocks in 5e are just busted. Especially like the whole hexblade meta, bro. The hexblade warlock is so stupid. I actually completely understand why it's not currently a feasible build right now in Baldur's Gate. Now, will it later on? I don't know. Maybe. That would be interesting to see. Okay, so yeah, she gets Invoke Duplicity, Trickery Domain. That's because of her god deity Shar. Spoiler alerts, fucking Baldur's Gate. Jeez. Which is interesting because like Shar is not. She's not a good deity. But it's like, she is such a lovely girl. Shara is not a lovely person. That's interesting. I will also say that too, is like, in the full game, will will we be able to choose our deities? Like clerics, like right now, I think clerics you can choose your deity because it's like imperative. It's imperative to the character build because it determines primarily their domain choices and so on, so on. Will we be able to choose our deities in full game? I think that's a question I don't know if anybody's asked because, like, that's the whole point. Like, of like a lot of times building your character is like, who's your deity? Like, even if it has nothing to do with your stats or your abilities, like if I'm a barbarian and I want my deity to be whatever. So I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. So I guess I guess we'll wait and see. Paladins. That's one thing I will say about Paladins in the 5th edition was like, it wasn't so much as that they were like religious knights per se. I mean, they kind of were, but it was more religious to their, not to a deity. It was more to a concept or ideology, which is interesting because if you look at paladins in 3.5 to 5e, that seems to be the big difference. Paladins in 3.5 were more of like these knights that served under a deity or a god or religion, whatever. In 5e, it's still kind of like that. I mean, there are obviously paladins under certain deities, whatever, but like primarily their thing is their oath. That's what they serve or whatever and stuff like that. That's what they follow a lot of times. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a look at her spells real quick. So she has Bane, Bless. Bless is not bad. Create or destroy water. It's not bad. I guess if you want to, you could put out fires. We should let her keep her healing word. Guiding bolt definitely needs to stay. Cure wounds. Yeah, the ability to do healing word, because it's the distance healing, is huge. It's mainly why it goes up to 7, and cure wounds is a little bit, because cure wounds you have to actually physically you have to touch them for that. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, I think that's good for now.
Let's see.
Never a dull moment.
Put up a fight by the looks of it. Not that it mattered in the end.
Wouldn't wish that fate on anyone.
I love that. Like his, like the demeanor is like what you would expect from a.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby. Let's have stay back. One strike could be lethal.
I'll take a chance. Well, I took a chance.
Got to keep fighting.
$17. He did not miss. I don't know if I want to waste my fucking smite. Even then, that wouldn't be even really worth it. Yeah, screw it. Wow, I did short up.
Can't afford to let up.
We'll do that. Let me see. Let's do that. Jesus, they are having the worst time trying to hit me. Shoot. I keep hitting her. Wow. Yeah, I should have just casted fucking Holy Rebuke.
My faith will protect me.
Holy fuckity fuck. that's dope. She rolled a 3. He still hit? Damn, her AC is 19 right now. Oh my god. Oh, that's hilarious though. Homegirl is not doing great. Oh yeah, I forgot. For paladins, healing is an action. Well, should have saw that one coming.
Lady, help me strike true.
Let's see. Yeah, we're doing that. Okay, so he finally hit me. That's fine. That's actually perfect.
Quite well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Oh shit. Yep. Cool. I get the fucking tutorial. I do wish the Thunderous Smite was more of an AO thing. Because, I mean, it would make sense that it was.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion. You can't move, can't think. Thinking is mercifully done for you. It will be a joy to serve, to die for it an honor. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Ooh, I'm trying to pop my head.
Monster. Death is too good for it. One day I'll catch it.
Over here!
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
You already know. Fuck it. Why not? Are you kidding me? Bruh.
Not a word. Let's try to keep that.
I had all that strength and I rolled a nat 1.
And you.
Every time I run into a situation,
No need for this sort of mess.
for whatever reason, the dice
need him
favor
alive.
this douchebag.
Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt.
You son of a...
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on? It's those tentacled monsters. Whatever they did to us caused that link. They took you too. I saw it during whatever just happened. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. I'm out of wine and flowers, so I hope an introduction will suffice. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
What's crazy is, like, if you do want to pick a fight with him as a paladin, you could literally just one-shot him. Because Smite does horrible things to him. Because, I mean, he's obviously, it doesn't take a genius not to figure it out, but he is a vampire.
Is that so? We clearly move in different circles. So, do you know anything about these worms? Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. I was ready to go this alone, and good luck.
Yeah, because I don't really need him in my team right now. Go this way.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
You're alive. That's unexpected. Last I saw you, you were lying in a crucible's worth of blood. Intellect devourer nibbling at your ear. Glad to see my eyes deceive me. I'm Gale. Well met. Very same. A traumatizing experience, if an instructive one. Yes. The ocular penetration by an illithid tadpole, which will end with our souls being snuffed like strands of weave caught in dead magic. Not to mention, you're staring at me like a Rashimi at a blackboard. You're no wizard, are you? Pity. But that'll have to wait. The primary need now is a healer. I take it you recall the insertion of the parasite?
Oh, they skipped my... Well, that's weird. Why did they skip the dialogue? Probably should have just let it fucking sit.
Are you aware that after a period of process known as... I assume you're no accomplished healer either.
Oh, never mind.
Powerful cleric, maybe? I gathered as much. We'll have to look for a solution elsewhere. You and I are in a whole lot of trouble. We need help, and I'm not sure where we'll find it in this wilderness. How about we embark on the quest for a healer together? Most excellent. Then, without further ado, let's be off. Besides, looks like you keep some interesting company. A woman with shadows for eyes, deep as the dark lake. Pleasure, madam.
Is it indeed? We'll see.
Wizards are very useful. Let's see here. Let's drop grease. Honestly, the grease. I mean, it's useful, especially if you kind of put it together correctly, but mage armor is going to be really useful for him because he is a wizard and he is also one-shottable if you're not careful, especially this early on. You have sleep.
Still breathing, despite everything.
You think it's
I
dangerous?
hear shouting up ahead.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad,
twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
You again. Get rid of them.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast. You didn't hear it? Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
Hell yeah.
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down. Never.
Observe and listen.
Enough dawdling. Get me down.
I don't have any range. She technically does, but I don't know if this is gonna be a safe thing to do. There we go.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me. It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Gaith tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification. You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel. Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A Kresh must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin. Indolence breeds madness.
Yeah, level 2 fighters get action surge, but let's be real. Fighters are just in 3.5 fighters were so busted, and then 5e they're even more busted because they're just like they can just do anything. They literally can they can do anything because now they have a subclass called Eldritch Knight, so they can even cast spells. Like honestly, if you really just don't know what you want to play, fighter's probably your best bet. Yeah, fighter is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous class. A lot of people make the joke of like it's the basic bitch class. Yeah, more or less.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time!
By the 9 hells! Open the gates!
Cannon! No!
Damn, my initiative just sucks donkey dick.
Have to keep going.
All right, this is kind of a good situation because like we have them pretty much on both ends. So they're actually they actually put themselves in a really shitty spot actually. Need to take out these snipers. They're gonna be a fucking real issue. Let's get her into position.
Make way.
Let's see, arrow. Don't know if she'll be able to hit him. Yeah. I kind of don't blame her because it's like, screw it. Because I'm shooting uphill, which in D&D, like, that's not good. Because I think if you have low ground, you have, like, a disadvantage. I know in, like, 3.5, you get, like, a minus. And I think if you're shooting from high ground, I think you get a bonus. Okay, that time it hit. She just cast grease on us. This dumb bitch. Well, my movement got shafted. Because most of it was just to get up. Damn, I don't have I don't have any range. And I need to get into that fight. How far can I go? There. That's about it.
Make way for the blade of frontiers. There is no escaping the blade.
Can I hit that guy? Oh, he's hanging on a thread there. Nice.
Get to the high ground! Raiders, charge the bastards! For the absolute! Ignis!
She said, I hit that critical hit. Oh yeah, let's deal with the fucking archer up here. Fuck. Bitch, I need you to like hit your shots. Don't. Ah, she failed. Alright, let me get into the middle of this. I don't even think I'm gonna get close enough.
Can't slow down.
don't know if I can. Oh, I can cast it on them. He has a higher chance of being hit. Yeah, you fucked up.
On I go.
Hmm. Oh, wow. Rolled hella low on that one. Yeah, smite would be super overkill on this one. That is wild.
Fury, I am death.
Girl, your movement sucks.
Witness the might.
And then we can try to end this. Oh, okay, apparently not.
Torment. Coward, that was the last of them. Inside, all of you, more may follow. Open the gate.
Like the warg had anything on him.
There are children here, you fool! We was running for our lives. You led them straight to us. And
I don't like that dude. That dude is a douche.
Tell that to the dead at the gate. Shut it, Horns! I'd be lying dead next to the goblins if you'd stalled any longer. My duty is to this camp. Oh, God forbid you risk your precious tail. But I shouldn't be surprised. Foul-bloods ain't known for courage.
You see the tiefling's jaw clench. He's about to erupt.
Come on, come on, come on! Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Because that definitely will make.
That's that, I suppose. The goblins have found us. No doubt the beasts will be back. We need to pack up and leave. Immediately!
Pitiful punch. A wonder it connected. Let us move quickly and find this Zoru. He will point us to a creche. You would dare waste our time. We seek Zoru by condition of our partnership. Deviation means your death. By either the tadpole's doing, or by mine.
Such a lovely lady.
Go anywhere with that fool.
What's up for discussion?
First I damn near die at the hands of goblins. Then I get sucker punched by a bloody randomer.
I'm done with this hellhole. Those two must have history.
Never mind their history.
You acted quickly. I'm just sorry I didn't get there first. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor. Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters. I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though. I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I think you should. Yes. No harm in trying the diplomatic route.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Okay. So one thing also, if you do play through this if you're at the Grove, obviously you see the first vendor right here, which he has pretty decent stuff, especially if you're a druid. But there is another tiefling vendor. He's like a blacksmith. So if you go to him, he has actually some pretty good stuff for martial classes. He shows a little bit more love because he actually has like a scale mail that is like really good for like fighters and paladins.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
Okay, so gloves of power. What are these? When the wearer hits a creature with a weapon attack, it receives a 1d. Ooh, that's actually kind of nasty. I might use those. I like that I can actually just put them on right now. Okay, yeah. So like, yeah, if you Rain Dancer is a really good druid quarterstaff if you're playing a druid, and then they have like a axe, which, I don't think it's that great. Pretty good leather armor, I will say that. Because what do I have on right now? I have scale mail. Yeah, he doesn't really have anything crazier beyond that. But I will sell some stuff. Don't really need that. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Okay, cool.
Sylvanas, guide your path.
think this is the vendor right here.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel. The best. People came from as far as Neverwinter to buy my swords. Funny how things change when your bloodline becomes a problem. Guess I'll be starting over in Baldur's Gate. I hope people are more open-minded there.
Yeah, I think in like in the world of D&D, tieflings get a lot of fucking shit, just because of obviously their bloodline heritage. Obviously, they're descendants of like he's an Asmodeus. Tieflings are not per se evil at all. Actually, they don't really. They're not naturally like have evil intent. But for obviously there are reasons for like most people give discrimination against them and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of like I guess you would say racism or discrimination, bigotry within the world of D&D, mainly because of obviously the different races and stuff like that. I mean, I think elves catch a lot of hell from the humans. Elves catch a lot of hell. Tieflings catch a lot of hell. I don't know about dwarves and gnomes. Dragonborns, not so much, if I remember correctly. Let's see, the spear. Yeah, it's an expensive scale mail, but if you get the coin for this, which you can definitely, especially if you get it from that Temple of Saloon. If you go to the Temple of Saloon and you're able to get to the very back of the temple, there's a little place. It has like literally, I think it's like 1,475 gold coins. So you could definitely just kind of, if you want to try to get the scale mail. Doom. Let's see. Weapon wise, it's actually not too bad. The spear is really good. Great club. Tenacity is actually a really good weapon perk. Tenacity is really good, especially because if like you miss, you're still at least doing damage. It's an additional. It's actually really good too. Great axes are really fucking solid fucking weapons. Short bow, quarterstaff. Helmet. Attackers can't land critical hit on the wearer. That's really, really good. His stuff is very expensive though. I guess if there's any way to increase his attitude, I'll have to take a look into that. The prices definitely improve by far. Like for instance, because I played the last session I did was a druid. That druid guy, fucking, he dropped the prices. Like his prices were way better, just because I was a druid. Like that's the thing is like it goes a long way in a lot of these situations. In this particular, like obviously the druids are the main. Like dealing with the situation here at the Grove, it was 1,000 times easier with a druid. It just was, especially because you can commune with the animals. That was like the other big thing. Commune with animals, yeah, that went a long way too. So, but so far this is the game. We're probably gonna wrap this up now. But yeah. So yeah, we're gonna stop right there, just because I do have work tonight and I gotta get ready for that. So, but yeah, if you really like this this game, let me know. Obviously, I probably will actually continue this. We may even live stream this at some point because I really enjoy this. I enjoy this game so much. I really do. Especially if I can get the guys to fucking join in on this, because this is a really dope ass game. But yeah, I probably will continue this. I think our next live stream will definitely be Monday. Because I don't know what Sunday is looking, because I might have something go on Sunday. We'll just wait and see. But if we do, that's it. It is what it is. But yeah, we will definitely live stream Monday. And then I will find out about Tuesday as well. To kind of keep up, because obviously my schedule is always changing actively. Follow me on. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and Twitter. And also, to even help out more, if you hit that subscribe button, if you haven't, and hit that bell, that's how you know when I go live or when I post a new video. So that's also that. But other than that, let me know in the comment section, guys. Like, let me know if you're a D&D. Let me know in the comments, like, what is your favorite class to play and stuff like that. For me, it's the paladin. Druid is definitely a hard second, because I think, which is funny, because I picked my very first D&D character was a druid, and druid as spellcasters is probably one of the most complicated. I wouldn't say complicated. They're the most they have so much to deal with, because like the way that to keep up with your spells is a lot more than, like, let's say wizards and stuff like that, just because they have access to all their spells, at least particularly in 3.5. They have access to all of them, and they could swap them out every like day. So at like the end of the day when they go to rest, it's technically like meditating or whatever, but they pretty much swap their spells out. I don't know how it works in 5e, because like I said, I haven't played. I think I've played like one campaign session with 5e. But other than that, yeah, druid was like that's one thing, but druids are pretty OP, because they pretty much can do a lot, especially when they start messing with like storm spells. But paladin is by far my all-time favorite class. But let me know in the comment section, what is y'all's favorite class in D&D. And then yeah, we'll definitely probably continue this Monday. I'm kind of taking a break from Valorant. Valorant's been kind of a bit much. But yeah, we'll be doing a lot more of this. I probably will be doing some content with Diablo. I think this weekend, I believe, is when this has happened. Yeah, I think this weekend is the Diablo. The last week before release. Where you can earn some rewards for taking on the boss. So that's gonna be exciting. I'll probably be doing. I fingers crossed, because and there's all over Reddit about this. So Diablo 4 was having issues with like OBS, because Diablo 4 beta was just leaking memory, so it would cause OBS to crash continuously. Apparently this was a universal issue. So I'm going to try to record some content with Diablo 4. I can't promise it. I'll see if there's any fixes for it. Some people have said to drop the graphic settings and stuff like that lower, which sucks that I even have to do that, but we'll see. Hopefully full game, this is not an issue. But yeah, we'll kind of play that one by ear. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much how it's going. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this and whatnot, and especially if y'all want me to do more content when this releases, I will definitely do that for y'all. Okay, so, but other than that, I will see y'all later, and I hope y'all have a beautiful, beautiful week.